much for your support. There is a constancy of purpose behind this visit. And, the purpose of our visit was that the government of India had recommended a few states. They had done a study of almost 13 or 14 odd states, and that study was amalgamated into a proper thought process. And when I went and consulted the government of India, they said that the lighthouse, as far as sand mining is concerned, is Telangana. Now that is something which is incredible. A state which actually got independent in 2014, was earning 10 crores at that time, is today, when you look at the annual revenues, is earning 43 crores in 11 days, what we earn in 1 year. Now that is something phenomenal. There were lessons to be learned. Good deeds speak for themselves. The tongue only interprets their eloquence. And this was something stupendous. So, on a one-day notice, we sent a message to the administration of Telangana. And I must thank the Honorable Chief Minister, the Secretary Mines, our friend over here, Mansoor. I really love the name that he has. So he was constantly with us and guiding us. There are two things which spread. देखिए, हर चीज कम होती है. तिजोरी से पैसे निकालोगे वो कम होते हैं, पूल से पानी निकालोगे वो कम होता है, लेकिन ज्ञान और प्यार बांटने से बढ़ता है. और इन्होंने हमें बहुत सारा प्यार भी दिया. The warmth, love and affection was heart-rendering. More so, the knowledge that they imparted selflessly to us, we are really thankful for that. And this is our Honorable Secretary, Jaswal Singh. So what we've taken from here is that if a state is motivated enough, if there is political will, if they can go from 10 crores to 1300 crores, and I mean, the figures will be 1502 crores in 2015 and 16. Why can't we, from 40 crores in the last 10 years and 130 crores this year? And more so, they've got 2 rivers, 1.5 rivers. We've got 4 rivers. Punjab is the land of 5 rivers. After the partition, we've still got 4 rivers. And sand mining is nothing but desilting of rivers. And there was something beautiful that the director, is he here? No, he's not here. Told me, he says, there's nothing called sand mining, it's the transport mafia. So that is something wonderful. I mean, he says, sand mafia cannot exist without the transport mafia. So ultimately, if you peg the transport, and your transportation is under e-governance, you have the chips and the RPF system, which actually guides the monitoring officer wherever the truck goes. So I think there are 3 lessons to be learned. One is the auction system in Punjab has led to this disaster, and we're going to, with their guidance, convert that disaster into triumph, hopefully. We think that in Punjab, whatever has happened because of cartelization. Because of the auction system, there was cartelization, and then we couldn't fix prices. So we've actually recommended, and the rest is up to the Chief Minister. We've recommended cooperation on the lines of Telangana and Sand Directorate, which manages it all, fixation of prices, and the source of sand. I mean, the stockyards, the idea of stockyards is absolutely brilliant. The transporter or the contractor is just allowed to take sand from the mines and usko stockyard pe le jata hai. And from the stockyard, the entire activity happens. And then through e-governance, it is delivered to individuals, to government offices, to local governments, and to panchayats. So it's a wonderful system, and we are very thankful to the government of Telangana for their guidance, for their support, and for their hospitality, especially. The fish that we had yesterday was absolutely sumptuous. And Mansoor is a great host. So Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And this appreciation comes from the heart. I do not flatter people. I've been at it. I was made chairman of the Sand Mining Committee by the Honorable Chief Minister. So I've been working on it since the last 10-15 days. I had a lot of meetings with the Government of India. And ultimately, the final destination was Telangana because they were the best amongst the rest. So must compliment you, must compliment your state, must wish you very well. The biggest room in this world is the room for improvement. And that is the inspiration we take from this state. And thank you very much, all of you. That's all that I have to say.
Are you saying that the system
No. See, there's nothing flawless. The day that I'm perfect, that day your stagnation begins.
So what did you detect here?
See, what we detected over here is that it's a growing system of actually monitoring the transport. They know when did the truck leave, where it will go, what is the weight. There are the weighing systems that they have. I mean, it's an absolutely, what will I say, 80% foolproof system. And still can go better. Number two, the corporation, the idea of the corporation, where, the sand is the property of the state. And the state fixes the prices. Without the fixation of the prices, you cannot give sand at good rates to the common man. When prices rise, it is a sure sign of cartelization, a monopoly. So this is not a monopoly. This is, a welfare state. And the idea of a welfare state is that the ordinary person, the person standing last in the queue should benefit. So I think that idea is wonderful. So fixation of rates, the idea of transparency and accountability, without damaging the environment. So it's almost wonderful. And there is another idea which they gave us that, one
आम आदमी को बेच रहा है